This little car makes a lot of noise. It's the sound of the 60s, synonymous with fun and endless summers. The Volkswagen Buggy embodied the lifestyle of an entire generation. Our car expert Christoph Bauer invites us to take a trip back through time and space to Southern California in the early 1960s. The beaches are packed with hippies and surfers. The smell of marijuana wafts through the air. He says the VW Bug and the Beetle were the favorite cars of this generation. So why not build a leisure car based on the VW Beetle? Those who wanted to hobnob and party with the hippies and beatniks during the flower power era drove a Volkswagen. Though today this almost ecstatic adulation seems a little strange. Always on the hunt for a new kick, inventive young people converted their bugs into old-fashioned dune buggies. Christoph tells us the first dune buggies were made in the 1930s and 40s, following a simple formula. Take a beat-up car, remove the body, and fit it with 4 big tires. There's your dune buggy. Due to its frame, which allows the body to be easily separated from the chassis, the Beetle provided an ideal basis. In a beach buggy, an open construction replaced the Beetle's bodywork. At first, only experienced mechanics could convert bugs into buggies. But eventually, amateurs got their chance, as Christoph explains. In 1960, Empi, a car tuning firm and parts supplier from Riverside, California, built the first series production buggy based on the VW Beetle. It came in 2 variants, as a finished vehicle and as a kit car. While the first bodies were made from sheet metal, in the mid-1960s buggies, like this Empi Imp, started to be made from fiberglass. This made small-scale series production profitable. It also reduced the vehicle's weight, which improved handling and driving performance. Christoph says it's great fun to drive a buggy like this, with the wind in your hair. The car's so close to the road, he feels like he could just reach out and touch the pavement. It weighs just 600 kilos and has a very low center of gravity, so drivers can have fun with it. Such buggies were used for slalom races in parking lots, and even kept up to muscle cars like the Ford Cobra. A buggy like this offers a lot of fun for very little money, and would-be mechanics can easily tinker around with it. For do-it-yourselfers and freedom-loving Americans, the kit car beach buggy was a dream come true. Christoph says a buggy like this is really simple, using a shortened platform, technology from the VW Beetle, and then this wild fiberglass body. The Empi Imp here came in 6 different versions, depending on the accessories added. For instance, this one has a roll bar, and at the front, a tachometer. But Christoph really digs the funky disco-style paint job. He does find it odd, though, that this was touted as a car for all seasons, as it has no soft top, no side windows, and no heating. But then, it doesn't get that cold in California. With its googly eyes, chunky rear end, and wide tires for sandy terrain, this beach buggy is certainly no classic beauty, but then beauty is only skin deep. This vehicle's real treasure lies underneath. Its 44 horsepower Beetle engine sounds great with parts of the exhaust system missing. This buggy is a piece of history that can still be touched and experienced. That's why it's earned a place at the Zeithaus Car Museum in Wolfsburg, alongside 100 other automotive milestones. But this buggy was really made for the great outdoors. It's loud, colorful, and spectacular, and certainly stands out on country roads. Today, a dune buggy like this is an anachronism, Christoph says, as there's hardly a beach you could drive it on. He finds that a shame, as it's great for drifting on sand with its engine at the back, yet provides good traction. Regardless, he still considers the car extremely cool, just like actor Steve McQueen, the king of cool.
Und das wusste auch schon Mr. Steve McQueen. Und er ist ja schließlich King of Cool.
In the film The Thomas Crown Affair from 1968, Steve McQueen and Faye Dunaway charged around the dunes in a buggy. An avid racer, McQueen helped develop the buggy. The actor also did all the stunt driving himself, while Dunaway put on a brave face in the passenger seat. Christoph says McQueen triggered a real buggy boom in California in 1969. Every fiberglass workshop and boat builder sold buggy-making kits. Over 200 different bodies were available, ranging from super cool to super ugly. The trend also made its way to Germany, Christoph adds, leading car bodybuilder Carmen to offer its own buggy. Buggy builders sprang up everywhere. Their creations sported names like Bugetta, Volkswagen, Sand Rover, and Glitterbug. As buggy mania hit an all-time high, politicians put an end to the endless summer. Christoph explains that in the 1970s, laws regarding passive safety were beefed up. Freestanding wheels and open engines were forbidden, which hit manufacturer Empi quite hard. The firm went bankrupt in 1974, spelling the end of the Empi imp. That's sad, Christoph says, but he remembers it fondly as one of the coolest leisure cars and most successful kit car ever. He feels the imp is definitely a milestone in automotive history. Its fans consider the Imp to be one of the highest quality fiberglass buggies around, and no vehicle seeks more driving pleasure out of just 44 horsepower than the Empi Imp.